Squirrels! So hello, and welcome to another Legends of Runeterra video. My name is Chris, and today we will be playing this nice little Shadow Owl's Noxus control sort of deck. It's quite an interesting list, I think, and it's sort of a way I very much enjoy playing, and I think is a good fit for the new Captain Farron. I've been really interested in the new Captain Farron. I think he's really very playable right now, and pretty fun to play with as well. And so, you know, I showcased a Draven Ezreal Captain Farron deck, which I think was a very good home for him as a late game finisher, and this I think is perhaps the one that more instantly came to mind for a lot of people, was a Shadow Owl's Noxus control list with Captain Farron near the top, and I think it works pretty well, combining him with Ledros, of course, to potentially give you a massive late game finishing combo, as he also goes well with Atrocity, of course. So let's talk you through the deck. Well, first we've obviously got a heavy spider package, and I think this can be pretty good, because what the heavy spider package with Elise allows you to do is it allows you to sort of be more flexible in your decisions. You can, you know, potentially blow people out of the water with the spider aggro sort of deck at the start of a game, but if you know you are facing against an aggro deck, you can use those spiders defensively and you know, retreat and stay back. And I think that this deck was somewhat missing a second finisher with Ledros. You know, if the spiders weren't there, it kind of got a bit slow, and you know, you can maybe put in Swain, but the spiders don't really go that well with Swain, so it's kind of like it was a deck that was in between a lot of things. But now with Captain Farron, I think you definitely have the choice of going, okay, we've got a lot of late game finish potential. Farron and Ledros kind of hit different matchups a bit differently, and that's one thing to think about when you are playing them, and I'll talk about that probably when we're playing the games. But yeah, the early spider package allows you to go aggro or defensively to survive to those late game bombs, so it kind of gives you a good, decent matchup against everything else. And obviously you've still got the Shadow Owl's control tools of Grasp, Wail, Vengeance, even one Ruination, that, you know, you can also sustain yourself against anything that is really aggressive, or even goes later on with stuff like Ruination as well. So you've got pretty much a game against everything and everyone, and yeah, it feels pretty solid, I won't lie. Obviously elusives are going to be somewhat of an issue, but we do have a lot of control tools to potentially you know, sustain ourselves against them, particularly any more aggro versions of elusives. And you know, yeah, we've got plenty. I mean, Skitterer and Arachnoid Sentry are two very good spiders for also dealing with sort of elusive type builds, right? Because they can deal with wider boards or single targets if we need as well. So let's get into some games. You can see deck names now of your opponents, so I have gone with a bit of a funny name. I personally don't like when people do net deck. I think I get why people do it, but I think, you know, people perhaps should go into their creative juices a little more and use their own mind. So that that's my name for this deck. But yeah, let's get into some games. So we know obviously it's going to be a pretty aggressive deck. House Spider very good. Culling Strike pretty good. Farron obviously not needed. Wail isn't the best for this matchup, I don't think. Arachnoid Sentry very good. Valfeast pretty good. We picked up the Wail again, so that's fine. Games could be okay. There's Dilution. Could go Culling Strike. He's not going to be able to without Senna, he's not going to be able to like fully trigger this anyway. Do I value the spider? 3 damage. I think we can take 3 damage here. We can open attack with this spider as well. There's a Ruination that could be pretty handy. He probably isn't running Deny, I'd imagine. Fleet Feather. I'll pass. War Chefs. We'll obviously just go for the Valfeast. Grass, pretty nice. There's the Z. I think we stunned the Z. We've got a good trade on this War Chefs right now. We could just take the 1 from the Lucian. Sonic Wave. That's pretty nice. So what, I probably just glimpse this. We can set up a better whale if we block like so. Ledros. Second whale. I don't feel too under threat right now, and I think we can open attack here. Twin to increase his attack. Could happen, but I think it's still worth it. Straight up deny. Okay, that's actually pretty good for us. Getting rid of deny is always pretty good. I mean, he's just played a deny, so I can't really see how we can get away from this ruination, right? He's just played one deny. Yeah, so that should be pretty much the game, you would have thought right there. Obviously got this house spider as well, which is just a nice little cute play that allows us to be somewhat mana efficient and establish some board presence again. Shadow Assassin is fine. Can just attack with this spider. But that ruination should pretty much have won us this game, I would have imagined. Especially with the Farron drop, because he's probably not playing anything bigger than Farron. Grizzled Ranger isn't that big of a threat. But I'll pass for now. Because I want to see how big of a threat he's willing to put on us. I'm not under any real threat here, so I can go for Farron, I think. I've got 9 cards in hand. Just the attack with the Shadow Assassin. He could Will of Ionia my Farron. Probably on the attack, potentially here. Could go for Ledros. But I like the threat. I like the threat of the decimates. He just blocks, so that's bringing him down to 10. Or 12 mana. Fleet Feather. Probably start decimating him. As again, I'm not under any real threat. And this is the thing, if you can get to this part of the game without a threat, you can often win. Yeah, if he's going for 1, I feel like pretty good for going for 2 here. Again, there's no way he's dealing 16. Second deny, so he is running multiple denies. Wow. Okay, that's a bit odd. But I'm happy to end the round there. He's still under massive threat, of course. We've got this Noxian Fervor as well.
I will play my part.
By all means, open attack. Be my guest. I don't really see a way out for him, to be honest. Does he see a way out, though? As we wait for Io Mavrillo. He does his Sonic Wave on a Fleet Feather. So that means what? No units in hand? Possibly, probably. He still can't kill my Farron. But that's not really a worry either. Resonating strike, so he's going for the kill on Farron. I mean, yeah, that's still fine. That probably opens up Decimate for me. So it's down on 1, but what 1 damage do you have, my friend? And you have to, like, this game is over. I'm just gonna put it out there. I mean, I could end this game in about 10 different ways. He could go for Will of Ionia. Oh, single combat. Whoa, single combat. What if I just double Vile Feast it? Then what are you gonna do, pal? And I've still got further backup, and I've got Grasp, and yeah, this game is over. Shock horror, the game is over. And yeah, that's the strength of the deck pretty much. Just if you can survive, you can win. Pretty easy. Is Ledros a keep? I think actually Ledros might actually be a keep in this match. How crazy is that? I think Fervor is a keep. I think I'm actually going to keep this hand. It isn't the best at dealing with braum, I will say that. I know it sounds crazy to keep Ledros, but they don't have the most answers for him. Obviously they're looking to get many Anivias out, but if we can get Ledros out and we can, you know, put some early pressure on like this and you know, maybe get him down somewhat low, Fervor as well, obviously pretty good for that. Then, you know, we could potentially get there. We just need him to not have, you know, the multiple Anivias, the other stuff like that. Tavern Keeper? Okay. Seems like a decent skid throw, I guess. At this point in the game. The problem with Skira now being a 3-2 is obviously it doesn't play well into Avalanche. And so I will block for that reason. Because it doesn't play well into Avalanche. But no braum on 4, that's pretty good for us, I would say. I'd say that's a net positive for us. Although it could mean that obviously he's on quite a few Anivias. Be happy to just open attack here. We have a very reactive hand. But Aristocrat isn't going to scare me. We just need him to not have multiple Anivias, and then I'm feeling pretty good about our chances with this Ledros here. Guillotine could be... It could hit braum pretty big. There is Anivia. So I think we have to just stun her. And the stun means that obviously Rekindler isn't doing anything either, which is quite nice. Don't think I can go for Skitra either though. But we need him to avoid, you know, certain things. I'll pass. Hopefully he passes as well. Obviously got plenty of ways of dealing with an egg. But we're just trying to get to turn 9. Because that's when he's likely to be struggling somewhat.
Please, I have connections.
So we probably need to be doing something this turn. I don't want to give him a Rekindle though. I just want him to have this one Anivia. I want to force a draw of Anivia. So let's glimpse. Let's glimpse this hapless, because he'll probably Vile Feast or something. No, nothing. Okay. Captain Farron. Ooh. Captain Farron isn't as good in this matchup as it is against some other ones. I kind of want to use my mana here. We've got what? We are on 10 cards. So I will probably go for this. Gives him a glimpse, but we're on 10 cards. He's on 9. So he goes for his own Vile Feast. That's a-okay as well. That's another hapless. The thing is, on this board, nothing can actually block Ledros at the moment, which is quite... probably pretty scary for him, I'd imagine. Because obviously if I can just get him down low enough here, he might be in some trouble. He has to play something that can block Ledros. Okay, he gets the one. He found it. But obviously this Ledros can put on quite a bit of pressure as well. Fury. Foul Feast. Grasp. To Whale. So puts him on 1. I could glimpse this, but we don't need the card yet. It's because this will die to Anivia, but I'm not too worried about that. I don't think. I think that's what he was going for there. Into glimpse on you. Unfortunately, I don't have the necessary means to deal with that. So we need to be. So his Anivia will kill my Ledros here. We've got Whale, Avarice and Sentry. I think is this a pretty good skitterer here? No, I don't think it is, because my choice is to either play Ledros again. I think that's the right choice, right? Is to play Ledros again. Now he's dealing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now he's dealing 9 damage to me. So now maybe it isn't the right choice. Now maybe the right choice is to... Whale. Wait for the attack and Whale. Oh, this one's tough. This Ledros dies. If I Whale, I can play Farron. Running out of card space though, that's the thing. I think I passed.
For my homeland.
Safeguard our home.
I block you, I Whale. Keep on 18. You obviously draw some cards from it. That's okay. We don't take much damage. We've got the Ledros to hit next turn. We need to play some cards. Got Guillotine on this Anivia. This Anivia still hasn't died, so his Rekindler is still not there. Goes for the Avalanche now. I mean, that's fine, right? I could Glimpse now. Hold on. How many cards am I on? 5, 9. So that would take me to 10. I would need to play something, so I won't. We could try and be efficient here, and that's probably what I will do, is just play the Skitterer to be efficient, because I don't think that Skitterer is doing much. And now we can go back into Ledros. And I think, again, we need to delay this Anivia coming back, so I'm not even going to attack. He might go for what? I don't even know what he'd go for. Braum? Braum's fine. See, but now he's under Rekindler. That makes me want to attack. So I will. Obviously he blocks. Goes for Vile Feast into Whale. Okay. I could further here. Could further or I could glimpse. He's going back up to 12. I think we... I could deal with this anivia though. No, I couldn't. Could I? No, because the egg goes back. So we just glimpse. I'm pretty sure. Pick up a house spider. A second house spider. Well, we could level up at least then. Next turn. It's gonna be a marathon, not a sprint in this game. There's Culling Strike. That's pretty nice. That's actually very nice. Just goes for it. That's actually not going to hit me, is it? I don't think it is, right? So I can take that. So yeah, I can take that. Now I've got a choice though. I mean, again, I need to get rid of cards in my hand. So I am going to play Elise into double House Spider, level up. He's played a lot of Vile Feast, he's just played a Whale. He could have Grasp, of course, and that's somewhat likely, you'd assume. Avalanche. So now we can hit the Braum with this, I think. He's going to be kicking himself for that Avalanche once he sees what I've played. If he wastes the Fury here, then that would be pretty weird, but he doesn't. So that's fine. So now we can go House Spider. The House Spider. He's played quite a lot of Vials and Withering Whales. I could probably check. He's played 1, 2, I don't know if that was my whale, but you see there's plenty of them in there and he didn't go for it there, so you assume he doesn't have it. And now we can kill this anivia this turn with the Grasp. Second Ledros. Wait, did we not get a Ledros back? Either way, we can deal quite a bit of damage here. Or do we develop first? No, because we could go Farron. I think Farron could end it now. So we get that damage in, so he's on 5. He just wants to pass. I don't want to pass, believe it or not. Ledros into Fervor is actually game. So let's go for it. So now he plays the Braum. Get his anivia back, but we're not worried about that. Goes for the Whale. So now we have to go for this. We probably still want to pick you so that he can't just kill something. This might force a Vengeance out. Yep. Pretty standard Vengeance. So back up to 5. We could play you again if we wanted. You actually survived the anivia hit right now. We could play Farron, because the Overwhelm might deal with him as well. We've got the Elise as well to bring up. He doesn't even attack. We're going to just assume that that was a mistake. And go for Farron attack. Probably with still both of them as well, because they aren't doing that much. Just blocks there, so this must be second vengeance. But at that point, how is he going to stop? See, and this is why I actually wanted these to die, because now, how does he stop me just double decimating? How is he stopping this? He's gonna have to, what, Valve feast his own unit? How is he stopping this? He needs, what, a lot of help here. Oh, yes, we got there. It is a marathon, not a sprint. But we did get there in the end. So there you go. I think this deck pretty much proved that the decks that you're going to be seeing out there, it can beat Anivia Braum. You end up having an actual, you know, it might take a while, but Ledros is something that they can't really deal with, and Farron combined, you know, if you play Ledros and then Farron so many times, they're going to run out of answers eventually, and they can't really deal with it. I think the only way that they can beat you is go Anivia, like, it dies, Rekindler, Chronicler of Ruin maybe on Anivia. They have to, like, get 3 Anivias out, I think, to pretty much beat you. And that's not always going to happen for them. It will sometimes, and you'll lose those games. But otherwise, you should be pretty good. Because, you know, your late game, you're going to get into the late game guaranteed, and your late game is just a bit stronger than theirs. So you should feel pretty confident as long as you draw the Farron or Ledros. And yeah, apart from that, it's a really nice deck. And I think it's definitely got some legs to it. So I hope you enjoyed. My name's been Chris. Have a really nice day.